Unknown year, far before our time, measureless eons behind history. The greatest mercy in the world is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. The sciences, each straining in its own direction, have hitherto harmed us little, but someday the piecing together of dissociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality and of our frightful position therein, that we shall either go mad from the revelation or flee from the deadly light into the peace and safety of a new dark age. These are the words of H.P. Lovecraft, and they are the foundation of everything we explore on this channel. For centuries, we have looked at the stars and wondered if we are alone. We have looked at the oceans and wondered what hides in the deep. But we have asked the wrong questions. The horror of the universe is that it is not evil, it is indifferent. We are not the protagonists of this story. We are not even the supporting cast. We are the bacteria on the skin of a world that belongs to something else. Tonight, we are treading into the sunken darkness. We are reaching past the pop culture masks of monsters and tentacles into the original cosmic dread. This is the story of the Great Old One. This is the call of Cthulhu. Welcome to the portal, where myths, nightmares, and mysteries are just one step away. My name is Epoch, and I will be your guide. To preserve the light, we must first face the dark. Deep in the South Pacific, there is a location known to geographers as Point Nemo. It is the Pole of Inaccessibility. It is the furthest point on the planet from any landmass. If you were to float there, the closest human beings to you would be the astronauts on the International Space Station, looking down at you from 250 miles above. It is a place of absolute, crushing silence. It is here, according to the records of the sensitive and the mad, that the city of R'lyeh lies submerged. But R'lyeh is not a city as we understand it. It is a spatial anomaly, a place of non-Euclidean geometry. Imagine a city where the angles are wrong, where a staircase leads up, but you find yourself lower than where you started, where the surfaces are concave where they should be convex. The very light seems to be sucked into the stone, bending in ways that cause the human brain to slip into a state of physical nausea. This is the granite trap of the cosmos. The city is a massive, cyclopean prison of green, slimy stone. It was built millions of years before the first mammal crawled out of the mud. And inside, in a house of stone that is also a tomb, the Great Old One waits. He is not dead, but he is not alive. He exists in a state of suspended biological malice. He is a trans-dimensional entity, a high priest of the outer gods, whose very presence on this planet creates a psychic gravity that weighs upon the soul of every living thing. If you have watched this far, Remember to subscribe, like, and comment what would you like to see next. When we speak of the physical form of Cthulhu, we must be careful. Our eyes were not designed to see him. Those who have glimpsed him describe him as a mountain that walks. He is a blasphemy of the natural order, a head like a giant octopus, a face that is nothing but a mass of feelers, a scaly, rubbery body, and prodigious wings that look like tattered black clouds. But to focus on the tentacles is to miss the point. Cthulhu is a psychic architect. He is a being of such immense mental power that his very sleep is an active force. He is the source of our primal fears. He is the reason the human race has a collective, ancestral dread of the deep water and the dark woods. He does not need to hunt us. He is already inside the static of our subconscious. His dreams are so vast, so powerful, that they leak into our reality. When he turns in his sleep, continents shift. When he dreams of hunger, our civilizations slide into war. We are nothing more than the accidental thoughts of a sleeping god. We are the mold growing on his tomb, and our entire history is merely a quiet moment in his trillion-year slumber. In the winter of 1925, the seal on R'lyeh began to crack. A massive earthquake in the Pacific caused a portion of the Cyclopean city to rise above the waves. For a few brief weeks, the gate was open, and across the world, the call began. It was not a sound, it was a frequency. From March 23rd to April 2nd, the world's mental health plummeted. In the asylums, patients began to scream about green slime and claws in the dark. In the studios of New York and Paris, artists began to sculpt idols of things they had never seen. Shapes that looked like a mixture of an octopus, a dragon, and a human caricature. This is the most terrifying profile point of the Cthulhu lore, the synchronization of madness. Thousands of people who had never met, all dreaming the same rhythmic, wet nightmare. The sensitive ones, the poets, the dreamers, the outcasts, they felt it the most. They saw the sunken city. They felt the weight. They heard the vibration of a name that their vocal cords were never meant to speak. A small group of sailors actually reached R'lyeh during this time. They found the great door. They describe it as being vaguely wrong, like a door that opened in a direction that didn't exist. When they opened it, the scent void was replaced by an odor of 1,000 rotting oceans. And then the sleeper emerged. Not all at once, but like a smoke that became a solid. He didn't chase them, he simply was. And in his being, the sailors' minds shattered like glass. Only one survived to tell the story, and he spent the rest of his life looking at the ocean, waiting for the tide to go out one last time. Why does the cult worship him? From the bayous of Louisiana to the mountains of China, the cult of Cthulhu has existed since before the first pyramid was raised. They are not evil in the human sense. They are realists. They have stared into the darkness of the sunken city and realized that humanity is a fleeting, meaningless spark. They don't worship out of love. They worship out of a desire to be eaten first. They want to be part of the great return. They have a chant, a guttural, rhythmic vibration that sounds like the earth itself is speaking. Fun glui, mglö naf, Cthulhu, Rulie, waganagl, ftang. It translates to, in his house at Rulie, dead Cthulhu waits dreaming. The cult knows the secret of the stars. They know that Cthulhu is merely the priest. He is the herald of the outer gods, entities like Yog-Sothoth and Azathoth. The cult is waiting for a specific, cosmic alignment, a moment where the geometry of the stars matches the geometry of the sunken city. On that day, the seal will not just crack, it will vanish. The great old ones will not conquer us. They will not judge us. They will simply occupy the space we are currently in. To them, we are no more significant than the dust on a bookshelf. They will walk where we walk, and our reality will simply dissolve under the weight of their existence. The city of Rulie has sunk back beneath the waves. The stars shifted, and the window of 1925 closed for now. But the static is still there. The ocean is 70% of our planet. It is a massive, dark, unsearched archive. And at Point Nemo, the scent void and the granite trap are waiting. We tread in the darkness of this lore to remind ourselves of our true place in the universe. We think we are the masters of the earth. We think our light is permanent, but the ocean is deep, and the stars are far, and we are very, very small. If you ever find yourself on a ship and the water looks like black, liquid glass, look down. Look into the abyss and remember that a mile beneath you, a mountain is dreaming, and he is dreaming of you. Thank you for treading in the shadows with me today and joining the start of this cosmic horror series. If you want to explore the rest of the Lovecraftian Pantheon, the mother of 1,000 young, Shub-Niggurath, or the crawling chaos, Nyarlathotep, subscribe and join our community. Good night, and try not to dream.
Let us now step back into the portal and go to our segment of time and space. If you would like to see a longer video about what we went through today, or if you would like to see another specific video, leave it in the comments. Feel free to check any of our previous voyages on screen. My name was Epoch, and I will see you again on one side or the other. Farewell.